Hi, it's Mr. Adams from Midwood High School, and this is a video on metric conversion. We know from experience, right, that the metric system works by multiples of 10, right? And we have on our reference tables a couple of these prefixes, okay, listed here. Now, the thing is, some of the prefixes, like the deci, centi, milli, and micros, they make your base units, okay, smaller. And other prefixes, like deca, hecto, and kilo, and mega, and so on, they make your base unit larger, okay, depending on the prefix. But they're all by multiples of 10. So that's a nice thing about it. Now, one critical thing that we need to know is this. If we are going, right, from a smaller unit to a larger unit, a smaller unit to a larger unit, we will move in that direction. We will move to the left, okay? We'll move our decimal to the left. And on the flip side of that, if we are going from a larger unit to a smaller unit, a larger unit to a smaller unit, we will move our decimal to the right, okay? So larger to smaller, okay, larger to smaller, we're going to move to the right, okay, and smaller to larger, we'll move to the left. Okay, so just practicing it a couple of times and you remember it. Now, for example, let's say we have 200 grams, right? And we want to change that into centigrams. So what we do, we look at the chart really quick and we see that centigrams are over here. All right, centigrams over here. And grams are a base unit. So what we're doing essentially, we're going from something that's larger to something that's smaller. So we know we have to move to the right, okay? And how many jumps did it take us from grams to centigrams? And that's 2 jumps, right? So we know we have to go 2 jumps to the right. So if you're originally given 200, right? Now, even though they don't have a decimal, we know the decimal normally would be in the back right here, right? So you just move 2 places, 1, 2, to the right, and you're done. You add your zeros in there, okay? And that will be your centigrams, okay? And you're done. 20,000 centigrams will be your final answer. All right, so let's do another example. We have 0.004 kilometers. Now, folks, don't let the numbers throw you off. They're just numbers, okay? What you concentrate on is the prefix and the units. So we are going from kilos to meters. We are going from kilos, okay, kilos right here, to meters right here. So we see that we're going from larger to smaller. We see the direction we're going in. We are going to the right, okay? So what happens is we know we made 3 jumps, right? 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do 3 jumps to the right, all right? So originally we had 0.004. We can go 3 to the right. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that gets us 4. And we're done. So 0.004 kilometers is simply 4 meters. Alrighty. Now we have some examples here. Now, for the sake of time and for the sake of space, we'll do the first 2 and the last 2. But they're all the same principle, folks. So don't panic if the other examples are different or whatever. They're all basically the same principle. You just have to move either to the right or to the left, depending on which unit you're starting with and going to. We have milligrams right here, right? We are trying to get to grams. Okay, so we have millis right here. We are trying to get to grams. So we notice we are trying to get from smaller to a larger. So we see that we have to move the decimal to the left, okay, to get from smaller to larger. Now, how many jumps was that? 1, 2, 3 jumps, right? And 3 jumps represents 10 times 10 times 10, which is 1,000. Okay, that makes sense because milli represents dividing by 1,000. So when we move our decimal 3 places to the left, and originally we had 489, right? So we're going to move 1, 2, 3 places to the left. We will get 0.489 grams as our answer. And we're done, all right? Now, on this number 2 example, we have kilometers or kilometers, all right? We want to change it to centimeters. Now this one looks a bit strange, but the same principle. We're starting with kilos, kilometers, and we're trying to get all the way on this side to the centis, all right? So we just simply look how many jumps does it take us to get from kilo to centis, right? So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps, right? So that represents 5 jumps to the left. All right, so if you have 664.2, right? And you're starting here, you have to go 5 jumps to the left. So you just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you just put zeros in these spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 zeros right there. So that's your number, the huge number right there. So that's what 66 million. Okay, 420,000. So that's a huge number right there. 66,420,000 centimeters are represented by this number of kilometers. So moving to numbers 8 and 9, same principle. You want to change kilometers to meters, all right? You simply look at your chart again. Now, what happens after you do a couple of these guys? You'll remember on your fingertips how many of kilos make a meter and so on, okay? So what's going to happen is we're going from kilometers to our base unit. So we're going from kilos, okay, to hectos, to deca, to our base unit right here of meters, okay? So we have meters right here, all right? Okay, and that takes us 3 jumps, okay? And we're going to the right again. So you have this number, okay, 3,546.24, right? And you want to go 3 jumps to the right. So you're going to go 1, 2, 3. And this guy right here gets a 0, all right? So you know you're going to have 3, 5, 4, 6, 2, 4, 0 as your answer, okay? And if I'm not mistaken, okay, your 3 goes there. That's 3 million. Okay, and it's 546,240 meters is your final answer. Okay, alrighty. And last but not least, okay, we have this guy over here, number 9. And number 9, we're going from milliliters to liters. All right, so we're going from a smaller guy, which is milli, to liters right here, which is our base unit. And once again, that's 3 jumps. Now, once again, folks, if it's 2 jumps or 1 jump, don't matter. The same principle applies. If you're going from a smaller guy to a larger unit, okay, you move it to the left. But now we're going to go 3 jumps to the left, since that's what takes us from millis to liters, right? So if this guy right here, if I go 3 jumps to the left, okay, I'm going to get, let me see. Okay, I've got 0.00845 to start out with, and I'm going 3 jumps to the left. So just 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm going to put the zeros there and a 0 there. Okay, all right, and that's my number. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros right there. Okay, all right, so 5 zeros in front of the 845. It's a pretty small number, and that will be my liters for number 9. You can try the others, folks, and if you have any questions, ask me in class, but use the same principle. If I'm going from a smaller guy, okay, to a larger guy, I move my decimal point, okay, smaller to larger, I move it to the left, and if I'm going from something that's large to something that's smaller, I move my decimal point to the right. As always, hard work plus sacrifice equals success. I hope this video was a help. Excuse my handwriting. Take care.